What is going on, everyone? Today, I wanted to share with you updates from the Federal Reserve Chairman Powell with his updates today and what drove the overall stock market down based on the news release. I'll also share with you information around Mullen Automotive and what's driving the current price down in terms of its share price. Now, today, Powell released some data about how the Federal Reserve plans to raise the federal funds rate, the FFR, in the coming weeks and months. We anticipate a rate increase in the month of March. What happened, right? Given the fact that the Fed rose interest rate by a quarter percentage in the prior weeks, but now they're planning to rapidly grow and increase the rates at a much higher pace. Well, based on the consumer price index, with just overall inflation specific to the non-goods service sector, we know that airline tickets inflation has been increasing. We know that in jobs specific to the airline industry as well as in the service industry, there's not too many folks with those positions, and that's what drives the overall price up, as well as inflation in grocery foods as well. However, what is driving all of this? Well, there's just been a lot more uncertainty with how the Federal Reserve plans on increasing the interest rate and what will happen. Well, there's the potential that while the interest rate increases, there's also going to be a softening with jobs in the market, right? And that's what was commented in that there will likely be an increase in the unemployment rate percentage. Currently, it's at 3.5%, and there's talks that there may be increases year over the course where it'll potentially go up to about 7% if the aim is to get down to about a 2.5% inflation rate. So that's how the Federal Reserve is combating the situation right now. And just overall with the stock market, there's just a lot more uncertainty, especially given that the inflation isn't going down at the rate that we all expected it to. So we do foresee a hard landing when it comes to combating inflation, right? So that's where we are with the market, and as a result, we've seen the S&P Dow Jones dropping today, and will we continue to see a downward trajectory moving forward? We don't know what the course would be, but I'm forecasting like a Nike swoosh where we'll continue to see an upward trajectory. But right now, it's going to be a hard landing, of course, with all the new information that we're given. And Jerome Powell is really assessing the situation based on just what new data is presented to us. Now, let's dive deep and talk about what's happening with Mullen Automotive. As of today, we've seen that the overall price of Mullen Automotive, it dropped 2 cents, dropping close to about 10% in share price. What's really driving the overall price down? Well, this auto manufacturing company based out in Southern California, their average volume of shares traded is about 200 shares traded per day. As you can see here, its market cap is about a third of a billion, and it's a small cap company, as you can see with the market cap. Now, what's driving the price down? We'll talk more. I'll give you some information on just press release from the company. Now, let's start with the good here. In that, Mullen plans to unveil the first two EV commercial products at NTEA Work Truck Show this week. This is good news, right? And just to comment here from an executive at Mullen, we are excited to be at NTEA's Work Truck Week and display the Mullen commercial product lineup to both customers and commercial vehicle upfitters that are ready to electrify their fleets. Now, this is the largest commercial truck show in North America and is a perfect platform for commercial Mullen commercial, according to the CEO David. This show gives the opportunity to establish the Mullen commercial brand with two great offerings that are coming to market this year. So this can help build the branding overall and tell the story and at one point be able to generate revenue. We know that's one of the downsides with Mullen, given that the financial release, there was no revenue generated. And right now we're continuing to see the shares of Mullen being diluted up in the billions. And is this really what's driving the overall share price down? Uh, with September being the extended date to meet Nasdaq's $1 threshold range, is this really going to be a potential buyout of Mullen? Now, one of the stock alerts that was recently announced was that there was a news release around how the SEC charged the CEO from Acutus, Taryn Pizer, with insider trading the day before. And in fact, Mullen Automotive a couple of days ago amended a previous agreement with Acutus in terms of exercising rights to buy shares. And this is very bad news when it comes to this type of information, because now there's bad blood association with the CEO Taryn having this history of insider trading, and we don't want that when it comes to having that morale be placed on Mullen Automotive. So now the U.S. Department of Justice is announcing criminal charges against this former CEO. And why is Mullen even tied to this person, right? And what implications does that have? Now, this is really just adding more fuel to the flame with this type of news here. One of the good things is that the CEO, the former CEO, Pizer, he has owned zero shares of Mullen common stock as of December 31st. He also held warrants that could be exercised into 148 million shares and 32.86 million worth of convertible notes. Now, why is Mullen even affiliated with these people, right? And it really comes down to perhaps potential desperation being the factor in that Mullen's balance sheet isn't the greatest, and that this is the only opportunity that Mullen can partner up with. However, now we see this type of information coming out, and there's a lot of worry. However, just with large companies like GM, Ford, or even Volkswagen, this may be an opportunity for a large shark to come in and buy out Mullen Automotive and have a replacement of the CEO, have a new change in leadership and direction with these type of information. So that's where we are with this company, and that's what's driving the overall price down. Will we see a bounce back? We definitely would need to see some uplifting news, some type of press release for Mullen to actually go back up in its share price. So there you have it. I just wanted to share my stock news updates with where we are from the stock market today, as well as updates with Mullen Automotive. Thanks all for watching. Have a great day.